Hey guys, this is Wildcat Chris Harris, TNA original and one half of 6-time TNA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted. You are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 220 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Colling Jr. and with me as always is Dallas Gridley in Dallas. Today we are watching the Go Home show before Destination X 2006. It's the March 11th, 2006 edition of Impact. How are we feeling?
Dude, the day before Destination X. The biggest show of 2006 so far. Because we've only seen two. Actually, that's probably not even accurate. But I'm pretty excited about this one. We got a great lineup. There's an Ultimate X, one of my favorites. Monty Brown gets a shot at Christian. Steve Borden's going to be there. What else could you want on this pay-per-view event? This 3-hour epic event, even though I don't think they've called it that since early 2005.
Well, I think what else we need is whoever Jeff Jarrett has on speed dial.
And who could that be? Will we get any more hints, do you think, on today's episode? That'd be kind of fun.
I'm sure we will.
Or do they not actually even know yet? So
That's very possible. But
although
I think they're going to send. They'll give us a few hints, and then one of those hints is going to be the people, just to keep the options open.
I bet you we get a Goldberg tease.
Sure.
If he's being talked about, rumor wise, that we'll get Sting's not gonna know what's next.
Yeah.
Some bullshit like that.
No. Sting thinks he's the total package.
One of his former partners and rivals. It's just some bullshit like that. Yeah. Do you remember when I don't know what year it is. It's either 2010 or 2011, where they teased Goldberg coming in and they spray painted who's next on a car, and Hulk Hogan was like, "What? What, brother?" But it was a bullshit, for no reason tease.
I don't remember that.
It's ridiculous.
That's hysterical.
I remember it vividly, and nothing happened with it.
Brother, what?
Brother,
I never beat him, brother.
Are you shitting me,
brother? Who's next? I'm not next. I'm Hulk.
I'm Hulk, brother.
Who's next?
Who's next? Let's give a quick recap of what we just saw on our last episode of Impact, which I don't think we really know anything for this week, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway,
we know for this week that AMW is defending the title.
Oh yes, against the Naturals. Yes,
which that's all that we know match wise.
That's fine. That's gonna be good.
They're also known potentially as the Dream Team.
I don't know how I feel about that yet. We're gonna have to let that one marinate.
I'm not for that. I think America's Most Wanted is their name.
Right. I agree. I have a feeling it's gonna be just mentioned on commentary once in a while, and that's it.
Dream Team to me would be like two rivals that come together. So AJ and Daniels earlier this year when they teamed up.
That's
that would be like a dream team.
Right.
I guess. They were feuding and they came together.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we'll figure out what happens there. But we did see America's Most Wanted in action last week as they teamed with Jeff Jarrett and Abyss to defeat Buck Quartermain, Cassidy Riley, Shark Boy, and Norman Smiley in 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Yeah, and as you said, that was Buck Quartermain's easiest paycheck.
Yeah.
Because he did nothing.
And interesting to note that Jarrett made sure that he took the pin. He pulled Abyss off and said, "I got to hit the stroke and pin him." Now, will that lead to something? You never know. But
he's trying to get back to being the number one contender, and a victory over Buck Quartermain is.
Well, no, he pinned Norman Smiley.
That's
even bigger. Yeah.
So he's a former hardcore champion.
I was going to say.
That's pretty big.
We saw Lance Hoyt defeat Kenny King in 1:11, and we know that Lance Hoyt will be taking on Maverick Matt Bentley after a beatdown and explosion that we saw a clip of, which was kind of fun. So looking forward to seeing what happens there. Team Canada's Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and Petey Williams defeated Chris Sabin, Jay Lethal, and Sonjay Dutt in 4:40, while Eric Young was hiding the new tape from Alex Shelley in his trunks, and Jarrett eventually came out and got it from him. And in the main event, Samoa Joe and Shannon Moore defeated AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in 9:40 after Joe pinned Daniels with a lariat. And then Styles still stole the title, threw it up on the Ultimate X structure, and was like, come and get it then. And that's how he went off the air. And of course, we can't forget, we saw the footage. We know, we already said it. Steve Borden is coming to Destination X. And, well, everyone was pretty speechless. It was pretty good segment.
Yeah, that was great.
So I'm looking forward to
James Storm. I've said it probably 3 times already, but James Storm drinking the beer but missing his mouth the entire time because he is just stunned.
It was hilarious.
It was perfect. Like Bobby Roode just standing there biting on a towel, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and then they all cleared out, and Jarrett was like, having a crisis.
Yeah,
it was a good time. Really good episode of Impact. So I'm looking forward to seeing. Can we do it again on this episode? We'll find out. But before that, we got some news and notes to talk about, Bob. Let's start off with something that's not as exciting as some of the other stuff we'll probably talk about. So Jimmy Hart, one of Bob's favorite managers, did an interview talking about how he is able to do stuff for both WWE and TNA. And if you're wondering, yes, he still works for TNA. He does doing a lot of stuff in and around Universal Studios. Basically, he was managing the Naturals on TV. He had that WWE TV date coming up. It was Raw Homecoming, if you remember. And TNA told him if he did TV, then he could stay with TNA but no longer appear on air. So that's what he did. He noted that he wasn't under a contract at TNA, though he is considered one of their spokesmen. So it's kind of an interesting situation.
I mean, if I was him, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, baby. Beans and taters. Does he still have his? It was closed. Is his little tiki bar closed or what?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I'd imagine probably.
This is a really funny note. I kind of teased it last week about the pump handle slam humping thing, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, what the fuck? What's he teasing? Well, BG James was quite outspoken on Wrestling Weekly. He said if anyone asked him right now if he was having fun in TNA, he'd say no. He says, quote, "It just gets old and turns into a job," he said. He said he didn't want to bury the business, and TNA was a great place with a great locker room, but, quote, "There's a lot of crooked people in the business that don't mind messing with your livelihood to make a buck." And that is only part one, because if you're wondering about the pump handle slam part, he apparently complained because he was told not to do his pelvic thrust before pump handle slam on TV. But then Norman Smiley showed up and did the big wiggle on TV, which got over big live, although on TV it didn't seem like anything special. So, and if you guys are wondering, that was not Norman Smiley's TNA debut. He has been.
No, it's not. He's been here plenty of times. I wonder if BG needs to have like a real world job, and then he'll appreciate being a professional wrestler.
That might help.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Have we ever talked about did Bob Armstrong ever get that raise?
I don't know. I don't know if he did. Maybe he just sucked it up and came back. He was
fired like 3.5 years ago.
Right. I would assume not.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. Do you remember that last week I mentioned a story about Juventud Guerrero calling up Christian Cage trying to get a TNA? Well, it's actually related to that. It's actually really funny. Apparently on the cover of this week's Super Luchas, I'm assuming it's a magazine, Juventud Guerrero was on the cover. It was him and Santo in the ring from last weekend in Monterey, and he was wearing a Captain Charisma t-shirt. What? Like what?
He's really pushing hard for this.
Dude, yo, I'm friends with Christian.
Yeah, we were on SmackDown together for 5 months, and like, dude, we're bros.
Dude. This is
Literally
crazy.
for 5 months, because Hoovie's there by what, June? And he's gone. Well, Christian's gone by November. So.
It's my favorite story right now, to be honest.
And I've never heard this before, that Christian and Hoovie were best buds.
Right. Who did?
Yeah. So that's wild. Do you think that Hoovie's called Christian now and be like, hey, brother, do you think I can get any AEW? Or?
Well, he did show up before, so maybe he.
Right.
Oh, was that before Christian was there? No, I
I
don't
think
think
so.
Oh, it was. Okay.
I think so.
No, you might be right.
It had to have been.
No, you're right.
When did Christian showed up? When? 2022?
Is it really only that?
I think so. Hoovie was there in like
2019 or something, wasn't it? Or no,
like 20.
Was it 21?
21? Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. He'll call him again.
Christian,
brother?
my
It's the
pal. Juicy Juice. It's
My
Hoovie.
pal.
Remember those times on SmackDown? You never got me into TNA, but how about the AEW? Is there a cruiserweight title there I can win?
Good.
Juicy Juice. I still
Anyway.
have that shirt, Captain Charisma.
Captain Charisma. That's how I roll. I do this for my peeps.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Anyway, Kevin Day, who is the new CEO, if you don't remember hearing that name ever, he was brought in to manage the budget and cut any excessive spending. Well, he's getting heat from anyone in that position that they would get. Like, everyone would obviously get that.
Right.
Now, apparently reports that Day has been told to cut spending appear to be exaggerated, if not outright incorrect. There have been no orders from top regarding to get rid of any talent. So the idea that talent isn't pulling their end and can be gone is actually the booking committee not wanting guys coasting right now. So it's not actually the CEO.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thankless job.
Right. Next up, we've been talking about these. We're going on Thursdays, dude. We're going prime time. Well, it is official that the TV tapings are moving from Tuesdays to Mondays starting on April 10th, when the first run moves from Saturday to Thursday. So we'll be changing our taping schedule, and when and if this happens, our episode drops will probably change as well.
Oh my God! So we're already switching to Thursdays.
That's what we're being told.
Jesus Christ, man! It is honestly astounding to me. In the 18 years of TNA's existence.
How many nights they've changed?
Oh my God.
It's a
Nights,
lot.
times, fucking channels.
It's a lot.
Holy mother of God. No wonder you deplete your audience, because they don't fucking
Can't find them. Yeah.
They've changed their name how many fucking times, for Christ's sakes?
Twice.
No. NWA TNA, Impact.
Yeah, but the NWA TNA thing
back
was
to
like
Impact. Now back to TNA 6 times.
they didn't change to Global Force. It was still Impact. It was just under a Global Force umbrella.
Still counts as a name change.
I don't count that one.
Do they have green ropes?
Who gives a fuck? They got yellow ropes now. Who cares?
Did they have green ropes?
The logo had green in it.
The logo was what?
Impact Wrestling.
GFW.
No.
It's fucking
It's
6 times. At least 6 fucking times.
No. That's not right. Anyway.
Fucking bullshit. That's
you're
what
bullshit. You're bullshit.
It's fucking bullshit.
We've been talking about this X World Cup situation. We have an update on who may be on some of the teams here.
Well, okay.
This can and probably will change, Dave says, but the names for the May X Division World Cup of outsiders at press time are the Team UK, which we did mention this one last week, Doug Williams, Nigel McGuinness, Jody Fleisch, and Johnny Storm. Team Japan, as of right now, is looking like it's going to be Jushin Liger as the captain, Black Tiger, Gato, and Minoru Tanaka. Team Mexico will be, at this point, Mystico, Ultimo Guerrero, Rey Bucanero, and Ultimo Dragon, plus both a Team US and Team Canada made up of TNA stars. So this is looking loaded.
Yeah, that does sound much better than any of the other versions.
Now, I will point out, last week you mentioned that Shinsuke Nakamura would be potentially wrestling here. Once again, this could switch. So he may end up being on Team Japan instead of someone else, or he may have a different spot on the card. It's just like an international spotlight. So, in case you're wondering why I'm saying all these different names, I'm looking forward to it. Next up, Loki. We talked a lot about Loki last week. Well, he is generally considered strongly unlikely to come in after he was said to have made demands before he'd come in, money and otherwise. So we talked about this already. Angel Medina, who played Angel of Dabaldes in ECW in 2000, is also being considered for a tryout in the LAX spot. Now, unless this is why, it's because Homicide is pushing for him as both our friends from New York. So he's trying to get a little buddy favor going.
Okay. How much Angel from Dabaldes have you seen?
Fucking none.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
I can't even picture him, to be honest with you.
Let's not do that. Sometimes getting your buddy a job is not the best idea.
Fair.
So this might be just Homicide trying to be loyal. Maybe we should.
Right. I just got a couple more here for you. Here, I'm going to give you this note. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to tell you now. It's about UWF. We talked a lot about UWF last week. So the March 3rd UWF, soon to take the name of TNA in advertising, house show put on by Dave Hebner and Hermie Sadler drew 400 in Norfolk. Now, I won't mention a lot of the matches because, Bob, you're probably going to tell us all about them at some point. But an interesting note here is that apparently a lot of fans left during there was one match between the James Gang and Jarrett and Brown tag match, and it was flat overall for that bout and really most of the show. So apparently the show was not super great. Non-TNA talent that were used include Spike Dudley, Rikishi, Mark Jindrak, Rodney Mack, and Jazz. So pretty interesting stuff there.
Yeah, so not any like top names.
No. I mean, Jarrett being on the show.
Well, I'm saying like outside of TNA.
Oh, yeah. Let me scroll back up here. I'm saving one that I think you're going to find most interesting last. So I have two more. They have trademarked the term X for X Division as a pro wrestling marketing tool. So other promotions would not have the right to use the term X Division. They've also trademarked Samoan Submission Machine. So they're putting out some trademarks. And finally, Bob, I think you're going to find this very interesting. TNA and cyberspace are no longer doing direct business after promoter Billy Firehawk bounced a reported $1,300 check to Jeremy Borash and an $1,800 check to Jeff Jarrett, and pulled Abyss from the March 26th show, but was still advertising him to be there. Apparently, after a few weeks, he did finally say he wasn't going to be there, but he was trying to advertise it. So we're no longer working with cyberspace.
Okay. I don't know how true this is. Okay, we're in March. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's the March 26th show that they were still apparently advertising Abyss on.
Okay. Hang on. Everybody knows I am a cyberspace mark. I even asked Steve McKenzie about it. So I have no shame. All right. So let's see. Okay, I'm looking at. Well, they're definitely still using names. Like TNA guy. Like they're definitely still using TNA guys.
Okay, interesting.
Because like that March 26th show has like Rhino on it and Bobby Roode. Chris Harris, Sonjay Dutt. Okay, so maybe. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like that might be. Yeah. So it looks like we're near the end of the of cyberspace. That sucks.
Oh.
Abyss is the heavyweight champion.
Well, apparently not for much longer.
Not for much longer, apparently. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I thought it was going to go on a little bit further into 06 that they'd be using the big names, but I mean the company's over by January of 2007. So I guess that shouldn't be too surprising. Well, that's a bummer.
Sorry, your reviews are going to dip.
Well, yeah. So what's crazy about this, for my viewing habits, I believe I'm up to September. I have September 05 to do still. So there's September, and then there's November, and then there's a January. So let's see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably about 6, between 6 to 8 cyberspace shows to do. And then,
That's it?
yeah. There's more. There's other ones
Oh.
that I've done. So
well, yeah, but you only have left. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Roughly. Because I think there's a couple of shows that are not on Cage Match that are in existence.
Right. Well, if you want to check out Bob's NWA Cyberspace reviews, head over to WrestlingRecaps.com.
I'm one of the few sites that have those shows done. So you're fucking welcome. No, clearly no one's asking for them.
Hey, that's why you're doing them.
I'm telling you, I get a thrill when I fucking Google search a show review and there's nothing. Because it's like, I'll do it.
It's time. I'm gonna do it.
It's time. There's so many. Like there was a 2CW show that I fucking put in there. There's fucking nothing. Are you kidding me? Nothing.
I see that. I'm not as surprised about, I guess.
No, of course not.
But see that. But that's exciting because now it's like even local fans can be like, oh, what happened on the show? They're gonna Google it. Your site's gonna pop up, and your entire breakdown, very well thought out review is gonna come up. So
exactly. That's fucking exactly.
Which reminds me, we got to figure out if that DVD's got a 2-part on it. I keep forgetting.
I know, yeah. I haven't looked into it. We'll find out someday.
We're going to find out. Anyways, Bob, I have other notes that we'll talk about during today's show. I don't feel like I'm going to be like rushing through as much as last week, which is nice, but we still have some stuff to talk about. So, but until then, let's get into this episode of Impact, man. Or Go Home show.
Oh, are we getting into it now?
Oh, yeah. It's time to get into it. You'll get more notes during the show. Stay tuned.
All right, well, let's get into it. It's the Go Home show. It's March 11th, 2006. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, that's when you want to watch along with us, either on TNA Plus or in your own personal collection. So here we go. 3. And the approximate runtime is 42:58. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Play.
This is TNA.
The new face of professional wrestling.
Oh, we're just going right to the intro. I thought we were for sure going to see like a highlight of the Steve Borden coming back tease. Impact. Oh, come on. They didn't take the X structure down.
They left it up. Oh, my God.
I saw that sign.
Well, there you go. It's fine. Big whoop.
Look, I like that sign. Don West is Gem Mint 10. A little nod to him selling cards.
Mm-hmm.
Full Impact Pro shirt right in the front row. Man, this is a good crowd tonight. Mock.
What a mock.
Think about how loud this pyro has to be in this little soundstage.
Oh, I'm sure it's lovely.
Holy shit, dude. We're kicking off with the tag team title match.
I would have thought that would be the main event.
Okay. Here we go. Former champions here, the Naturals, going against one of their biggest rivals. Actually, I would say it's probably their biggest rivals in TNA's history here.
Well, just from a quantity standpoint. Because I almost still would associate Triple X with AMW. But
with AMW.
yeah, but that's been several years.
Well, so I'm looking at the other way. So it's the Naturals biggest.
Oh, the Naturals. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the Naturals biggest. I think. Ooh, that's so tough. I think I do agree with you. But it's interesting because you could almost argue the Triple X is more pre-Spike, right? And that, or
Oh, well, yeah.
well, because it is. But I'm saying like the wider audience would probably associate Naturals and AMW closer together. But if you've been doing the whole history, you've been seeing it all, you could argue it's actually Triple X.
I think just in terms of matches that had a, no pun intended, impact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like it would have to be AMW and Triple X, right?
I feel
I
like
mean,
it
that,
has to be.
that cage match was so good that we had to watch
That
it.
alone. Yeah.
Do you think anybody's going to use the structure at all? Or is it just going to be there?
I almost want them to do something. I wish that Samoa Joe's title was still up there and they'd be like, he never got it down.
It's staying up there till March 12th.
Love the handlebar mustache by Chris Harris. Tomorrow night, Destination X, Steve Borden. AMW are such pros, dude. They got different gear. They wrestled twice on the same taping, and they mixed it up because they're pros.
The pros pro.
James Storm pushing Chase Stevens over into the corner here as Harris is wrenching on his neck. Oh, James Storm accidentally hit Chris Harris off the apron.
Oh,
Nobody does Sunday 3-hour pay-per-views like TNA. Did you hear that?
That's not entirely true. I mean, WWE does them.
But not like TNA.
Sometimes 4 hours.
Oh.
Oh, great. Here you go. Brokeback Mountain chance.
So ready? Boom. Split. Okay, that was hilarious. So Storm was in like the trio woe. They crotched Harris around his head. He fell on him. They were like 69ing, and then they just realized what was happening and freaked out.
Oh, Andy Douglas doing the whole, I don't know. These guys might be a little shaky.
My God. 2006, guys, okay?
Kidding, 2006.
Bulldog onto the knee by the Naturals. Goes for the cover. No, James Storm kicks out. It's obvious that Jeff Jarrett is not the only one who is worried about Steve Borden, Sting.
Steve Borden.
Interesting call there by Don West. He has pointed out that the Naturals have pretty much had control in this match.
Backstabber by Storm. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Stevens kicks out.
Wrenching the arm. Tags in Chris Harris. I think Harris is going to hit the death sentence off the top of the Ultimate X structure.
Yeah, okay.
Break his ass.
Do you want his tailbone to fucking explode?
I mean, I don't.
I don't think he would either.
He's daring, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that daring.
Stalling vertical suplex. Boom. Drops him down. That's right. AMW is going to be in the 8-man tag team match. They said war, I believe.
War. Battle. Competition.
Oh, it's Team 3D. Rhino, and The Truth. That's the team that America's Most Wanted, Abyss, and Jarrett are fighting. And we're going to see that team in action tonight.
Well, that makes sense.
Atomic dropping a nice punch to the face, tags, and Andy Douglas comes in hot, goes after Harris. Irish whip. He's going to come duck it. Yeah. Comes back. Boom. High knee. That was nice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Chase Stevens. Jawbreaker.
It's
And
not a
neck
jawbreaker. It's a face buster.
He did a jawbreaker.
It's a face buster over his knee. It's not a jawbreaker.
It looked like a jawbreaker to me.
I mean, his jaw is on his face.
We're both right.
So we're both technically correct.
They're talking a lot about Destination X. So speaking of that, they will be you'll be able to buy this on TNAWrestling.com for people outside of the U.S. They'll also be doing live play-by-play on the site, so you'll be able to like read it essentially. Oh, forearm Rick pin. Oh my God, the Naturals almost just won the tag team titles. Bob, would you like to guess how much Destination X 2006 costs if you go to TNAWrestling.com and you're international?
You what?
I want you to guess how much the pay-per-view costs on TNAWrestling.com as the Canadians come out.
$19.95.
Nope, it is $14.99.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good. So Rude and Eric Young came down. Gail Kim was about to jump off the top, but Northern Lariat on Andy Douglas. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're handcuffing. Eric Young and Harris are handcuffing, I believe, Chase Stevens. Yes. Andy Douglas is getting set up for the death sentence by James Storm, and here comes Harris. Boom. And, of course, that's got to be it. That's a 3 count.
That was quick.
Yeah, that felt like a quicker one. Although we're 9 minutes, 10 seconds in the show, so you got some decent time.
They've done that handcuff thing before, though, too, haven't they?
The death sentence. You can't miss it. It's the return of Ultimate X at Destination X. Well, now we're going into a highlight package for that. They are working on a Best of Samoa Joe DVD in the works. There apparently was some complaints about the Christopher Daniels DVD. Is apparently some of the matches are all cut up, so they like clipped matches. That's not very fun. Okay, AJ Styles sitting up at the top of the structure chat, and look at. Ready? Oh, Joe's on it too. AJ Styles, Daniels. Where's Daniels on it now? Ah, there he is. This is my match. This is my world. Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. Prove me wrong. And he's literally sitting on top of the cables. Still to come, 8-man main event. Up next, X Division qualifier. That's, I'm assuming, for the World X Cup. It's Sabin, Dutt, and Shelley. So that's going to be pretty freaking good.
Yeah, probably. 3 of the better X Division guys in one match. What could possibly go wrong?
Ultimate X. A legend retires and a man returns, they're saying. Oh, hell yeah. There's that Pro Wrestling Illustrated cover with Samoa Joe on it. Christian's not here. Monty Brown's not here, apparently. So after the fiasco from last week, they're not allowed near the impact zone. That's interesting. Uh-oh, here comes D'Amore. TNA Management's very own puppet, Larry Zbyszko. Remember when Larry Zbyszko was like a heel like a month and a half ago?
Yeah, once a heel, always a heel.
I knew I was going to have to go fix Jeff's messes. I didn't expect to go around and fix yours, though. I'm watching you, he says. Are we going to make a D'Amore and Zbyszko for 15 minutes? He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Boom, boom, no, no, no.
3-way X Division match up next. Here comes Alex Shelley to kick us off. Now, I do have a note relating to Chris Sabin, though. Apparently, TNA has shot some angles involving the Chicago White Sox. These were done on February 26th with Mike Tenay, Scott D'Amore, Chris Sabin, and Simon Diamond. Diamond teased this on apparently the show we're watching, so it's kind of a spoiler, I guess. But they're not going to be airing any of these for a while, and they're going to be teasing a pay-per-view angle. So we'll see how that develops. I like Shelley's vest. Kind of looks cool. He set up the camera, the Shelley cam. I think I'm Sonjay Dutt. Hail Sabin.
Hail Sabin.
Which one of these three guys would you have go to the World X Cup up?
I mean, I think we have a pretty obvious choice here.
Hail Sabin.
Yeah. I feel like that's too obvious. Was that what you were getting at? That was a super obvious answer.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
I mean, it's like anytime Sabin's involved, it's like a default. Like, yeah, you should probably win.
That's kind of how I feel too. Well, we'll see what happens here. Shelley and Sabin starting off. Tilt-a-whirl, head scissor. Oh, Durango Kid and Puma representing New Japan. Oh, wait. They're having a match tomorrow at Destination X. Okay.
I have one indie note. Wait. Two. Alex Shelley on March 11th lost to Bryan Danielson in a match for the Ring of Honor World Championship at Ring of Honor's Arena Warfare in Philadelphia. And then also on March 11th, Sonjay Dutt teamed up with Adam Flash and B-Boy to defeat Nate Webb, Sex Yeti, and the Messiah at CZW's When Two Worlds Collide, also in Philadelphia. And that's the indie notes for that match.
Well, we've been talking about Destination X probably 7 times in the last 16 minutes.
It's the go home show, dude. You gotta,
I know.
You gotta make sure the fans know what's going on.
Oh, we know. Later in this Impact broadcast. Oh, well, don't worry. Tenay sat down with Jeff Jarrett. Can't wait to hear about that. Return of Sting Well, hey, speaking of Sting, the Los Angeles Daily News ran a story on him on March 5th. Just a couple things to note here. His comparison of like here and I'm believing WCW, because just as the two groups, TNA is a lot cleaner than the other popular wrestling companies, and that's something that's important to me because the others are pushing the envelope too far with sexual storylines. Well, he's talking about WWE in that case then, and things like that. He said we're going prime time on Spike TV network in April, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how much I have left in me. By the way, Larry Zbyszko is watching the match very closely from the stage. Hindu press by Dutt. No. Shelley moved out of the way. Oh. Insecurity. Oh, and Insecurity by Dutt to Sabin now. Huge clothesline, turning Dutt inside out by Alex Shelley. Oh. Slick Johnson over here. Wait, what's he wants to be the referee for something? What is he doing?
Is he trying to be the referee for what is he talking about? No referee for what? There's a referee right there.
I'm confused. Well, Zbyszko walked away because he looked at him like he was crazy. Spinning powerbomb. Just gets a 2 count though. Of course, these guys have been a tag team recently, and now they're beating the shit out of each other. Just how you like to see it. Pop-up powerbomb by Sabin. Lifts him up again. Oh, but Dutt counter that time. Counter into a neck breaker to Alex Shelley. I don't know. Dutt's looking pretty good here. He may qualify. Running shooting star press. That's a kick out at 2. Standing switch by Shelley. Sliced bread? No. Tombstone pile driver by Shelley. Tombstone style.
Tombstone pile. But not really, though, but kind of. Same style.
Oh, brainbuster by Alex Shelley.
Brainbuster.
Picks up Sabin. Sabin then does a spin kick to the midsection. Series of kicks. Picks up cradle shock. Boom. Drops him down. And that's right. Sabin qualifies. That's a good match.
That's kind of surprising. That Shelley took the fall?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised about that too.
Wow.
Still to come. 8-man tag team main event. If you're following along, we're 20 minutes, 8 seconds into the show. Jarrett talks about Sting at Destination X. Up next. But speaking of pay-per-views, Lockdown is once again going to be an all-cage match show. But they are working on a main event which would debut a new gimmick cage match in the vein of the old War Games. So we'll see what that is all about in April.
Well, I'm a sucker for cage matches, so this is what I live for.
We're seeing a Sting highlight package, by the way. I gotta do this. It's a memory I do not want to forget. I don't want it to be tainted. He laid the bat down. Him and Styles like hugged it out, and then he said, "I love you like a brother" to Christian Cage. Showtime Eric Young says, "I can't be named at Showtime anymore. Sting's not gone." Well, since this is still going, I'll give you another note too. Alex Marvez interviewed Jackie Gata. She said things were going fantastic in TNA. Alvarez, I think, is a little being smartass here, but says that she threatened to return to the ring. And he says, "Well, I guess we got to see Jackie and Gal at some point," which makes sense. She says, "Quote, TNA tries to give everyone a fair shot and not bring up more people than they could handle. They They want to give everyone a chance and not have everyone get lost in the shuffle.
You want to see a Gata Kim or what?
I mean, they might as well just do it. Do I think it'd go very well? Probably not.
Because of Gata, right?
I mean,
Don't talk ill of Gail Kim.
Well, yeah, come on. You know what I'm talking about. Apparently, she's trying to go to school and finish her degree as well while she's working here in TNA.
Who, Gail?
No, Gata. Okay, this is just Jarrett speaking, kind of like in a video. It's not really an interview, like I thought.
Yeah, it's just...
We never went into his house or his church or his gym, so they're saying, well, since he was in public, we could film him.
But weren't they outside his house?
Yeah, but they didn't go in it.
Give me a break.
Eric Young is a moron, Jeff Jarrett says. He's responsible for this whole mess. Steve Bourne's coming, but you know what, Tanae? I got somebody now. Listen close. Oh. Wow, what a tease. So what? He's never been in TNA, Bob. He just said he's never been in TNA.
Steve Borden hasn't been.
No, he's saying the guy he's calling.
Oh.
Because he said it spans the 20-year career of Sting walking into his dad's thing through WCW. It could be anyone. Never been in TNA. Oh, it's not Luger then.
Oh, I think I know. I think I figured it out. Do you?
Yeah,
I think I know.
Well, there hasn't been a lot of people who have not been in TNA at this point from...
Yeah, but this guy, he's saying from his dad's through WCW to now. And this guy would fit the bill. I don't know if I realized he came in this early, though.
Look at what else we have in store for you. Here we go. There's our tag team war, 8-man war. We talked about that already from Destination X. Okay, we're breaking down the whole card here. Ultimate X. So more notes is what you get. The Kitchener record had a story about Christian Cage and Eric Young, noting that both were from the area, and Young got his first career break from Christian, which I thought was really interesting. Christian got him booked for some TV jobber duty in 2001, but never offered him a contract. Young sold his house and quit his job making harnesses for horses in Cambridge, Ontario, to move to Nashville and get a job in TNA. Oh, look at this. Chicago White Sox. So see, I kind of spoiled this earlier. I didn't know it was actually on the show. So Mike Tenay's with Dale Torbor.
They're gonna give him
AJ Perninsky. Okay, I'd love Tenay in the
demon.
hat.
Wow,
he did say it. And they said, thank God Simon Diamond's not here. A replica of the X Division title. I'm speechless right now, man. Oh, really? Whoever's the best player that night, they're going to carry around the X Division title. Does that actually happen, Bob? Do you remember seeing baseball players carry around the X Division title?
Absolutely not.
Wow, Dale Torborg has a lot of charisma. Well, the Diamonds in the Rough, Prince of Punk. We got mess of a team here going on in the main event. Let's see. Do I got anything else for you? Now we got another highlight package. Well, Bob, the rumor right now is that Hot Stuff Hernandez is booked for the pay-per-view tomorrow. So it could be his debut with LAX, or is it a trial? Is he going to test it out? We'll see what happens. Dave also notes, despite internet news sources in many places reporting that he has written this, not only have we not reported Rikishi is coming in, but at least as of right now, there has been no discussion of Rikishi coming in, which is fine with me. Okay, we're having like a sad tone here. We're talking about the brawl with Christian Cage and Monty Brown. Oh, via satellite. Oh, look, it's Christian Cage from Tampa and Monty Brown, who is in Orlando.
They're both just backstage. Two different areas.
I'm on the hunt. I told you, Christian Cage. It's just a mere example. The Monty Brown injured your ribs with that pounce on impact. So, are you 100%? Oh shit, Christian. So actually, yeah, I'm not 100%. Just so you know.
Yeah, my ribs are fucked. And I'm gonna tell Monty Brown right now that they're fucked, so he should probably just beat me up.
You're gonna have to pry this title from my cold dead hands, and I'm gonna. You've been asking for the chance to be the heavyweight champion. Are you ready to take advantage? You're looking at a champion. This is weird because it looks like they filmed this before there's like a crowd in the building because it's just like very quiet in the arena. They have like weird music going on. Not music, but like crowd noise in the background. So it sounds like the crowd's sitting there, but
No, it's the crowd probably isn't even seeing this.
that's what I'm saying. Is like TNA and Down West, they filmed this before the crowd was there.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like this part.
Yeah.
Of course it gives me an edge. True professional manner. This is how champion presents himself. 2 Super Bowl appearances. No one's denying that you're a great athlete, Monty. Oh, that's so nice. He said what he said to him. I'm gonna compare it to this. You played in the Super Bowl. I am an outstanding athlete. Oh, you're a great linebacker, but you're not Lawrence Taylor.
Nice.
Monty Brown's just laughing at him. This is a true champion. This is a true athlete. They're just screaming at each other at this point. Dan McTonay's like, yeah, we're just going to find out tomorrow, guys. So.
Oh, great. Shannon Moore, because, like, that's what we need.
Who, by the way, I found out, Bob, he uses ICP as his entrance theme.
That's, yeah, it's absolutely ICP.
Shannon
Moore, David Young, Skipper.
And
Matt Bentley.
Matt.
So Matt Bentley's a heel now.
That's a good point. He wasn't for a while, yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't fit as a babyface.
No.
And we knew that.
So I tried to use Shannon Moore's theme in one of our episodes, and it was like kind of flagging it. I took it. I re-edited the episode, which I normally will not do, but I didn't like the flag that it was blocked in some countries on YouTube. Which, by the way, if you aren't subscribed to us on YouTube, type in TNA Crestline Podcast. Subscribe.
Tell your family and your friends.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Leave us a review where you guys listen to us. That'd be awesome. Click the follow button so you see when the episodes drop. It's a good time. Rhino. Angry Man Rhino. The Man Beast. Now, this is our main event. We have, let's see, roughly 11 minutes left, just under. And I have no more notes, by the way. I finished those up. Here comes Team 3D. Jacked AF Devon.
I have two notes here for Rhino on the Indies. March 4th, again for 1PW, Christian Cage defeated Rhino. And then March 5th, Samoa Joe defeated Rhino. So Rhino's just losing to everybody.
What's up?
Yeah. All right. Well, Ron Kennedy his team with Rikishi on the UWF.
What's up?
I guess on night 2, Rikishi and Ron Kennedy defeated Bill, Bane, and Monty Brown. But
whoa. Okay.
Bill Bane, I don't think he's anybody. I think he's just a Virginia guy.
I don't think I've heard that name before, but
He's from Maryland. Yeah. He's got a Twitter.
oh, is he still working?
Yeah, Bill Bane. Oh wait, I can't even access it. Oh wait, can I? Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't say he's retired. Yeah, well, okay. His last match was December 9th, 2023. So
Okay.
he's still working for MCW.
Rhino going after Dave Young here to kick us off in the main event. The Mystery Man. It's not Luger. It's the Dingo Warrior. Could you imagine if it is Warrior, dude? Shannon Moore, Bob's favorite X Division star, in the ring with Brother Ray. Well, German suplex. Devon little hip toss on Maverick Matt Bentley. Goes for the back suplex, but Maverick Matt counters. A little back elbow from Brother Devon. Matt Bentley brings Devon over to the corner, laying in the punches. Is he going to get him all bloody until he's like dripping puddles of blood again?
Oh god, that's only if he hits him with a what is it called?
Oh, the Tag Team of the Year plaque. Yeah. Okay, so we're back from commercial. Now we got Elix Skipper and Devon in the ring. Oh, beautiful kick by Elix Skipper after he just matrixed up from a pin. Wait a second. Simon Diamond? He's yelling at Mike Tenay or something? Oh, he's yelling about Global Impact. Oh, AJ Praninsky. Okay, so this is what I was talking about.
They're going to keep doing this?
Yeah, they teased. They teased it earlier, and then apparently they've already filmed stuff for this. This is not the last you've heard of Simon Diamond. If I was AJ Perninsky, I'd be like, well, maybe if you have your team win once in a while, then I'll take you seriously. Because the diamonds in the rough suck.
Yeah.
TNA was just trying to make good on that. So they went to Tucson, Arizona to give him an X Division replica belt.
What the fuck was that? That was a weird transition to the lifting reverse DDT by Devon.
He's so tired he can't go for a cover. Okay, Ron Kellings is in, ducks to clothesline by David Young, going for some punches, does a little dance, a twist, boom, knocks him off his feet with the last one. Oh, Championship Committee, as Larry Zbyszko says. Here we go. Extra matches are added to Destination X. Let's hear what they are. Maverick and Matt. Okay. Team Canada, Bobby Roode and Eric Young against the Naturals on Destination X after the interference earlier. LAX against the James Gang, the 6-man tag.
I thought that was announced already.
I thought it was too, but
wasn't it, at least a challenge was made?
It had to have been at least a challenge, yeah. So it was pretty clear it was going to happen. This match is breaking down. There's action everywhere. In the ring, we got Brother Ray and Maverick Matt. Goes for the super kick. Brother Ray counters, clotheslines him. A scoop and a slam. What up? Get ready. Oh, but Tracy stopped. Oh, okay, yeah, she did. She hurt her arm. A scoop and slam to Tracy. And now Ron Killings is helping. Devon is about to do the headbutt to Tracy. And then, of course, Devon's head just stays there.
And they cut away from it.
Yeah, they did cut away from it pretty quick.
Even at 11 o'clock at night, you can't be doing that.
Oh, Killings and Devon told Brother Ray to get the tables. Oh, he's sad. He doesn't want to do it. Maybe that's why Devon's so jacked, because he's always the one who's got to run out and get the tables.
Well, that just means he would have good cardio. Not necessarily jacked.
Well, you know what I mean, yeah. Diamond's in the rough going after Devon in the ring. Double team, then a neck breaker. And Maverick Matt and Shannon Moore going after Brother Ray, ringside. Diamond's in the rough. Slam down. Ron Killings go for the cover. Oh, no. He changed his mind. Okay, he changed his mind again and he went for the cover. He repositions Killings. Skipper's on the top. Leg drop, but Killings moved out of the way. Gore on Helix Skipper. And David Young. David Young seems very lost right now. He's about to get hit with an X kick, so it doesn't matter. Boom. It's got to be it. Really, they like Killings get the pin. Nice.
Well, at least he's ahead of David Young on the totem pole.
Right. No table, though. They teased it. We did not use a table.
Well, that's the only thing that the team has. I guess you can't really use it every time.
Oh, here we go, though. Jarrett, Gail Kim, AMW, James Mitchell, and Abyss staring down with their opponents for the tag team war at Destination X. The war is on. And there we go. We essentially got off the air. We're going to see a highlight package here to close out our episode. So, Bob, what do you think of that go home episode before Destination X?
I mean, it was all right. I feel like these go home shows don't really get me. Oh, I don't know, like overly hyped up for the pay per view. But like the stuff leading into the go home show is good.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. Like it wasn't a bad show,
No.
but yeah, it's like they do all the good stuff before the go home.
Yeah, and then you're just left with like nothing at the go home show part. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think that this show should be pretty solid for what it is, but
Yeah, I think so too. But since it wasn't bad, I guess it's a thumbs up, man. Because it was not like we hated our lives this whole time. So,
yeah.
and once again, we're seeing this highlight package about all the matches. I would have to assume Ultimate X is going to be main eventing. Is that you think that's probably the case?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
I
they
think
would do
it's
that to
gonna.
Christian.
Well, yeah,
And
but
Sting Sting's gonna be there, so he's not gonna be there for the Ultimate X part.
Huh.
Or Steve Borden, excuse me.
Steve Borden. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
I would say Ultimate X would be more likely to start off than it would.
Oh, like started off hot. Yeah.
Yeah, than have it end it.
Oh, I'm definitely curious to see how they're going to handle that.
The dynamic with Joe. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out tomorrow when we watch Destination X. I'm looking forward to it. I think it has been built up to be a pretty decent looking card. I should say pretty good. It doesn't look decent, it looks good. And I am definitely looking forward to sitting down to watch another TNA pay-per-view from 2006.
I am as well. So there's really nothing more that can be said. We've talked about it for 4 weeks now. So join us tomorrow for Destination X 2006. Until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
Hail Sabin! Hail Sabin!